Hey, Saturday, November 26th, and what looks like is a big mess is actually almost done. So what I did was I secured the power steering, I'm sorry, the air compressor motor, but what I found out is that I had no clearance for the bolt heads, because behind this section here is the power steering pump. So guess what? Yep, took it off, lowered it, put it back on. Now she's secure, nice and firm, bolted on, and now we could move on. And moving on means wiring up the batteries, because all the mechanicals are done. All the mechanicals are done. So now we're up to the wiring. If you could check out, you could see all the wiring. Everything is now labeled, and wow. So getting to the end. We still have some issues. I'm going to have to figure out the connections to the AC. So I'll have to go to an AC guy, because it's beyond my grade level. And what's really weird is the clearance of this car. This Volkswagen is like 5 inches off the ground, and that's really a little crazy. But that's an update, and wiring is the next step, and hopefully we'll be done in a couple of days. So the last of the car wiring is being buried. That loop of red wires is the positive, and I've got that with the small fuse box going to be behind the battery, and if I need that, I'll be able to access it if something blows on the 12-volt system. Those two lines coming up, one is black now, it will be red. It's the 12-volt positive. The other is the red, that's the 12-volt positive. Also, that's going to be going to my terminal block. And the other thing is for the regular 12-volt system. So tomorrow we could put the battery back in, and we can get the final wiring done. We stuck a Lexan top on the control box. The Lexan will be clear in the battery box, so this will be a pretty interesting science project. Everything will be accessible. And I finished the last of the harnesses, that gecko looking thing that'll connect the last remaining issues, so everything is removable. So I'll be able to take the control box out. I'll be basically able to strip this whole vehicle in no time, but I don't want to, but I should be. Sunday the 27th, and the wiring is done. Well, I still have to wire the batteries or connect the batteries, but other than that, and the controller is not. I mean, there's a whole laundry list of things that need to be done, and I got to get 2 terminal connectors for the battery. The 12-volt battery. But other than that, I've got everything all set up, ready to rock and roll. And now it's just a matter of figuring out what I'm doing. And I put the Lexan cover on the control box so you could see my ugly work. And then there's a terminal block, so I basically have every wire marked in case I have to strip this apart. That'll take no time. Control board, that's 2 wires into here, and then there's a harness that goes here. I found out yesterday, I was doing some research on AC systems, and I want to clean out or purge the system. So what still has to be done? Okay, so the emergency disconnect has to be done. The throttle has to be done. The power steering plumbing has to be done. And a ground wire in the back. And aside from getting the batteries all set, and of course I want to clean that up and put some wiring on there. And a cover. I'm going to have a clear Lexan cover for the top of that. And a black plastic top for that. Or clear. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. And other than that, it looks like a science project. That's upside down, but that's upside down because it used to be the other way. I'll flip that around. It's been a while. Can't wait to get it started to see if this damn thing works. Okay, it's the last video of Sunday the 27th, and we can count the things that we have to do. So I made a cover, a Lexan cover for the terminal board, and that came out so nice. I think I'm going to make Lexan, or a combination of Lexan and ABS for the controller. Battery and all the connections are ready to go on the 12 volt. AC is attached, is mounted. I still have to clean, which I found out. I should clear out the AC lines, and I want to put the flex tubing around all of the exposed wiring. I still have the emergency, that's this thing, that's this wire here, that goes here, the emergency disconnect to the main fuse, and the throttle and return spring. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have a ground line to put in the back by the receptacle for the control, for the charger, and then just do the batteries. I have those connectors for the batteries. They work fine for the horizontal position. For the vertical position from one to another, I have to just elongate the hole, and right now I'm filing it unless I could find a some sort of grinding bit to put on a drill, and I could knock those off quick. But I think I might need 10 of those, but I could do it by hand. They take about 5 minutes. So I'm not rushing it. Oh, I still have to do the power steering. I still have to do the plumbing of it. So it's the return line. It's this line that you're looking at. Yeah, the return line, or the feed line actually. It's the feed line, and just make sure it's all secure, and put power steering fluid in, and that's accessible. I did fill up the battery fluid, and it looks like in order to do that I will need some sort of like a squeeze bottle with a long filler. So I have like a to bleed brakes, so I could use that. Just fill that up and squeeze that in. That'll work fine. And oh, the controller, I need this diode. The controller for the AC, I need the diode. So this diode has to be connected. And here's the harness all ready to go, and then the controls. I still need a switch for the heat, so I'll have to run a switch in the heat. Other than that, I just want to get it on the road and get it working, get all the bugs out, and we'll see from there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start showing you, because I haven't really showed you any of the work that I do. So I'll take the time and I'll make some videos on how I join wires and the how you make the harness, the way I make the harnesses, and the way I connect all my wiring. And not that it's the right or the wrong way, it's just my way, and I do it. So, okay, it's a pretty long video for me, and keep tuning back. Friday, December 2nd, and we've started to hook up the batteries in the front battery box, and we go very slow because we're a little paranoid regarding hooking up batteries. So I check, double check, tighten, double tighten, and make sure everything is connected. Now I have these connectors that fit fine going widthwise from one battery to the other. Going lengthwise from one battery to the other, I have to elongate the hole a little bit. It's already elongated. I just file it down and elongate it a little bit more until it fits. So it's a slow go, and we're hooking them up in series, so it's positive to negative. What we have up there is the one on the left is the most negative, which is going to be which goes right to the fuse. The second wire on top of that is a most negative that's going to be going to the terminal block. So I'll be able to check. I'll have a most positive and a most negative, and I'll be able to check the battery, manually check the voltage on the battery. So we stuck these foam strip to wedge in the batteries so they don't move. Hopefully, well, they won't move. There's no room there. There's a little shaking. I will have to continually go back to double check these. I don't have those Nord locks. We'll try them on the next project, but right now we don't have them. So that's what we have right now. Another update. So it's Friday. It's about 8 o'clock, December 2nd, and the front battery box is wired up. The batteries are all connected. We have the Lexan cover on it. Control box is on top. That's secured with 2 nuts on the side and 2 connections to the aluminum heat sink. Right here is the manual disconnect with the main breaker. I have it off now because I'm going to be working on the rear battery box, and I don't want to have battery. I'm going to keep that off till the end. And that's it. We've got the front all done. We just still have to bolt on, run a couple of bolts through the front, that mount for the AC compressor. Hook up the front batteries. Tomorrow is the rear, that's the 12 volt battery. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the rear batteries and seeing if she works. She'll work. She worked before. So that's the last video for Friday, December 2nd. We'll clean up the shop. We'll plan tomorrow. And it's looking good. It's Saturday morning, December 3rd. I'm in the rear of the car, attaching the batteries, connecting the batteries with the battery straps, nuts and bolts. I gotta tell you, I'm really, my heart's beating because here we are at the final stretches to check this out. So I'll keep strapping these together. And I'll give you an update when I get the last one, and that's always fun because the spark is really. I put gloves on. I put welding gloves on. I'm real afraid of electricity. So we'll be careful. You see, we have that rubber mat, which is just the liner of a toolbox. You get those rolls, and it's rubberized, and it really you can't drop anything on it, and it's not going to arc out or short out. So it's really a great idea. So I'll keep bolting away till I can get all of these 48 cells attached.